Well, good morning, everybody. It's a sunny day here in Pawling. I hope it's sunny where you are. If not in reality, hopefully internally, spiritually, and however. It's hard to believe we're at the end of a school year, and it's been an odd ending to be sure. And I don't need to reiterate that for anybody. But we are at the end, and it's important to celebrate the endings of things, as we will do this weekend with this wonderful senior class, but with the entire student body. It's important to celebrate those endings so we can prepare for new beginnings. And that is the cyclical nature of life. You know, when my son, Wilson, was in second grade, like many faculty children here at Trinity-Pawling, he played on the Pawling Recreational Soccer League. And the night before his first game, his coach, who was a Trinity-Pawling father, died suddenly of a heart attack. And the kids didn't know it. So all the parents showed up at the field, which was right across Route 22, right where the bridge comes down, to play this game, not knowing that the coach had died. And so I told the team and the parents that this had happened. And I, and they all sort of said, well, what's going to happen? Are we going to have a season? Are we going to play? Are we going to play? And nobody appointed me I was just the spokesperson because I was the associate headmaster of the school, and this was a Trinity-Pawling parent. And I knew what had happened because of the connection with the school. So I said, we're not going to play this game, but I tell you what, we will continue to play, and I will be the coach. And now, I never played soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I bought a book. I quickly learned the rules, but it was second grade, and so I didn't think I needed to be an expert. But I was not a very good soccer coach. My previous, I think I coached rec soccer when I was first hired here, which was more like kickball than soccer. But we played that season, and I brought candy to every game. For the end of, at the end of the game, I would give candy to the kids. Now, we didn't win a single game that season. Not surprisingly, because the coach was terrible. But the kids had fun, and at the end of every game, I gave them candy. And that's what they looked forward to, was the candy. So I'm sure I was breaking every type of coaching rule and every type of tenet of athletic competition. But it was important that happened because it kept the kids together, and it kept them sort of, it helped them overcome just being together, not the candy, but the candy sort of symbolized coming together. Now, at this time, this is in the 1990s, and this is when in parenting circles, it was becoming very fashionable for every kid to start getting a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy. We're not gonna let people down by saying everybody's a winner. So I was a little worried about giving candy after every game because it sort of fell into that bucket. of everybody gets a trophy. But that year, for those group of second graders, and by the way, for those of you who remember Miss Conti from last year, she was on that team as a second grader. It was important for those kids in second grade that they were together as a unit, that they were together, they bonded around that being courageous and being perseverant. And so everybody did sort of celebrate in that. You know, awards by their nature single people out. We're going to name award winners here in a minute. In a little bit, we're going to announce the new prefects for next year. Undoubtedly, some people are going to be disappointed, and that comes with things like this, and I apologize for that. But perhaps we can look at awards in a way that emphasizes the collective rather than just the individual. Yeah, the awards and award winners, it is a recognition of the exemplification of distinction. We recognize those who have excelled in areas, but they're areas that we as a community place value on. It's not meant to be a competition. It's meant to be a celebration of what we, as the Trinity-Pawling community, find valuable. And that is collective, even as we recognize individuals. So we will celebrate the achievement of those who are recognized with awards because we find value in our own personal and collective pursuit of the same achievement. And we recognize that the achievement of others does not limit our own achievement at all. I just met with the prefects a short time ago, and I said that, you know, they were outstanding leaders this year, but there were many, many outstanding leaders in this senior class. And the class is so strong because of their leadership, but also for the leadership of others who didn't have that title. And that's, you take that same approach and you extend it to the school community as a whole. There are many people who achieve. I would argue that everybody achieves in different ways. I have a title of headmaster, but I can't lead the school without the leadership of everybody around me. It just won't work. So it's the collective, even as we recognize the individual. I want to thank you for all that you've done this year. I want to thank you for all that you've done, particularly during this spring term. It's not how anybody would have scripted it. But, you know, we rose. We rose, and we will continue to rise. So be well, be healthy, be safe, be connected, and make good decisions this summer. And I look forward to seeing you again next year. And definitely for the class of 2020, we will gather and we will continue to celebrate in person. Father Lennox.
Thank you, Headmaster Taylor. The chapel plays an essential role in the richness of community at Trinity-Pawling School. Each year, the chapel is led by a group of senior leaders. The position of sacristan and senior warden requires daily responsibility in the life of the chapel. Specifically, the sacristan and warden supervise the acolytes who serve in the weekly services. They prepare the altar before Holy Communion and help with the efficiency of chapel life at Trinity-Pawling. Next year's sacristan is Peter Claro. Next year's senior warden is Nolan McClear. Additionally, the sacristan and warden is assisted by the verger, who oversees the smooth operation of chapel life. The verger supervises the ushers, works with the prefects, sacristan, warden, and maintains proper order of the student body on a daily basis in the chapel. Next year's verger is Jeff Miller. Congratulations, gentlemen. I look forward to working with all three of you in the chapel next year. Mr. McDougall.
Thank you. Next year's Model UN head delegates are Michael Fritz, Tony Gao, and Letty Wang. Congratulations, young men, and I look forward to working with you in our further studies of globalization and global interactions. Mr. Rothwell Ferraris, please.
Thank you. Next year's head ushers for the Pawling Concert Series are Kyle Tanner, Nicholas Phillips, and Jack Kalin. I can't wait to have the return of live music in Pawling. Thank you.
Okay, next year's editor-in-chief of the Phoenix will be Kevin Zhang. Congratulations, Kevin.
Next year's secretary for the National Honor Society will be Nolan McClear, and next year's president will be Kevin Zhang. Kick it off to Mr. Frost.
Thank you, Mr. Rui. The Anderson Prize in Latin is awarded to Francisco Bendezu. Mr. Reed.
Unmute. The art award goes to Toby Berner. And I don't know who's next.
Good morning. I have the distinction of handing out the Clarkson University Leadership Award, which recognizes a junior student who demonstrates strong leadership qualities, positively impacts his high school and local community, and has a proven academic record with a minimum average of 90 or better. The recipient of the Clarkson Leadership Award receives a certificate of recognition, as well as a $15,000 annual scholarship if accepted and then enrolled at Clarkson. This year's winner of the Clarkson Leadership Award is Peter Claro. Congratulations, Peter. To Mr. Harf.
Thank you, Mr. Mead. The Clarkson University Achievement Award is designed to recognize a junior student who demonstrates strong leadership qualities, positively impacts his high school and local community, and has a proven academic record with a minimum GPA of 90. The recipient of the Clarkson Achievement Award receives a certificate of recognition and receives a $12,000 annual scholarship if accepted, and enrolls full-time at Clarkson. It is my pleasure to present the Clarkson University Achievement Award to James Wong. Congratulations, James. Next up, the Wofford College Scholar Award is awarded to a junior in the top 10% of the class academically and with SAT scores of 1250 or higher. The recipients will then compete with other recipients for a scholarship worth between $60,000 and $250,000 at Wofford College. It is my pleasure to present the Wofford College Scholar Award to Lucas Dorda. Congratulations, Lucas. Mr. Mead, you're up again.
Thank you, Mr. Harf. I have the privilege of awarding the Greystone Technology Award, which is presented by Marist University. This award recognizes an outstanding computer science, information technology, and mathematics student at Trinity-Pawling. This is a $5,000 a year scholarship for $20,000 total if the recipient matriculates to Marist. This year's winner of the Greystone Technology Award is Nick Phillips. Congratulations, Nick. Mr. McDougall.
The Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Humanities and Social Science Award is presented to Jackson McAvoy. Congratulations, Jackson. The Mayflower Award for Proficiency in the Study of United States History is made possible by the Society of Mayflower Descendants in the state of New York. The winner receives a copy of the Mayflower Compact and a check for $100. It is my pleasure to present the Mayflower Award to Aidan Morgan. Congratulations, Aidan. The Calhoun Essay Prize is awarded to Lucas Dorda. Congratulations, Lucas. Mrs. Keel?
It is my pleasure to announce the Rensselaer Medal winner for this year as Kevin Zhang. Mr. Keel?
The Bao Shalom Award is presented to a member of the junior class who excels in science. Criteria include participation in classroom lectures, as well as experimental work in the laboratory. In addition to the medal, should he choose to attend the University of Rochester, a scholarship of $6,000 per year has also been earned. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Bao Shalom Prize to Tommy Lee. Mr. Clark?
The George Eastman Young Leader Award is presented to Stuart Phillips. Mr. Metcalf?
Yes, the Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology goes to James Wong. The RIT Computing Medal Award honors a member of the junior class, including his accomplishments as a student, involvement as a member of his school and community, and his computing abilities. In addition to the medal, should he choose to attend Rochester Institute of Technology, a scholarship with a total value of $32,000 has been earned. It is my pleasure to present the RIT Computing Medal Award to Nolan McClear. Congratulations, Nolan. The RIT Innovation and Creativity Award honors a member of the junior class, including his accomplishments as a student, involvement as a member of his school and community, and his creativity and innovative talents. In addition to the award, should he choose to attend Rochester Institute of Technology, a scholarship with a total value of $32,000 has been earned. It is my pleasure to present the RIT Innovation and Creativity Award to Lucas Brenwald. Congratulations, gentlemen. Next, Mr. Harf.
Thank you, Mr. Metcalf. It is my pleasure to present this year's Global Collaborative Challenge Award to the Vampire Bats for answering the question, how would you solve the epidemic of gun violence in the United States? The team was comprised of Jack Kircher, Kevin Zong, Zach Wolkoff, Ronnie Toole, Peter Lundstrom, and Mr. Fritz. Mr. Kellogg, you're up next. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. The Calhoun Award for the Most Improved Freshman is given in memory of Craig Calhoun, class of 1972. Craig's father was chairman of the Board of Trustees of Trinity-Pawling for nearly 20 years, and he valued the improvement demonstrated by Craig during his years at TP. This award is given annually to the member of the freshman class who has demonstrated the greatest amount of improvement. On behalf of the Calhoun family, it's my pleasure to present the Calhoun Award for Improvement to Joey Bento. Congratulations, Joey. Mr. McDougall?
Bishop Bradford Hastings was a graduate of the class of 1937, was head prefect, and for many years a superb trustee, chairing the 1990 Long Range Planning Committee. Just before he died, Bishop Hastings endowed an award in his name to be given to a member of the sophomore class who has demonstrated the greatest improvement each year. On behalf of the Hastings family, It is my pleasure to present the Hastings Awards for Improvement to Mason Hughes. Congratulations, Mason. Mrs. Keel?
Thank you, Mr. McDougall. It is indeed my pleasure to present the Freshman Citizenship Award, named in memory of Duncan Pyle, a member of the class of 1996, to Max Kamaj. Congratulations, Max. Over to you, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mrs. Keel. It is indeed my pleasure to present the Sophomore Citizenship Award, named in memory of Scott Carlin, a member of the class of 2011, to Mikey O'Rourke. Congratulations. Mr. Clower.
It's my pleasure to present the Junior Citizenship Award to Peter Claro. Mr. Kellogg.
The freshman honor student this year is a man by the name of Alex Anderson with a weighted GPA of 95.75. Congratulations, Mr. Anderson. Take it away, Mr. McDougall.
The 10th grade honors scholar is Oliver Shao with a weighted GPA of 100.42. Congratulations, Oliver. Mr. Rui?
The junior honor student this year with an impressive weighted GPA of 104.06 is Tommy Lee. Mr. Taylor?
Actually, it's Mr. Karate. So I'm going to do the cum laude presentations for 2020. To become a member of a cum laude society, you have to be a student who has demonstrated academic excellence and have demonstrated good character, honor, and integrity in all aspects of their school life. You have to be at TP for at least 2 years and have put forth great effort throughout and scored well on SATs or ACTs and AP exams. After I present the names, I will then give the cum laude charge. Some of these seniors won cum laude last year, but they're going to be announced again. So summa cum laude, Sam Elliott Fechner. Magna cum laude, Oscar Chung, Tianwei Liu, Blake Shao, Alan Zhu, Mike Yan, and Ben Yoon. Cum laude, Chris Thomas Colantonio, Henry Daniel, Lucas Hughes, Scott Lai, and Tian Yu. Those are the seniors. The juniors who will be members of cum laude: Toby Berner, Peter Claro, Lucas Dorta, Tommy Lee, Jackson McAvoy, Sam Nichols, David O'Keefe, Stuart Phillips, James Wong, and Kevin Zong. Welcome to membership in the Cum Laude Society. The major purpose of the society is to recognize scholastic achievement in our schools while simultaneously striving to encourage qualities of excellence, justice, and honor. Your induction is a culminating activity in recognition of such achievement. Congratulations. Mr. Taylor?
Thank you, Mr. Karate. It's my pleasure and honor to be able to present the Dan Award for General Excellence. Dr. Matthew E. Dan was headmaster of Trinity-Pawling School from 1946 to 1970. This award is given annually by his family and friends to recognize the outstanding boy in the junior class whose achievements throughout school life are considered to be superlative. This year's winner took 3 advanced placement courses. Through the winter term, his academic average in all of his classes was 96.7. Athletically, he's a fierce competitor at the varsity level. On the field and off the field, he is a relentless competitor. Yet, he's also gracious and humble. He's a competitor who is not focused solely on what the other opponents are doing or saying, as much as he is focused on what he or his team is doing. And I would say the same thing for what the school is doing. This, in my mind, is true excellence. It's pushing from within. And, you know, Trinity-Pawling, before we were the Pride, before we were the Blazers, we were the Fighting Gentlemen. And this individual truly does personify what it means to be a fighting gentleman. It's my pleasure to present the Dan Award for General Excellence to a fighting gentleman, Stuart Phillips. So, Ms. Foster, over to you for the dedication of the yearbook.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Taylor. It's so good to see you guys. Although I can't see all of you, we miss you. Seniors, you came through. I was a little apprehensive, but you really did come through with your pages, and I appreciate it. You'll appreciate it down the road, 50 years from now, when you want to show your grandkids exactly what happened during this strange term. You now have something to show how you were feeling. So thank you again for that. You guys came through when we asked you to nominate very worthy individuals who have impacted your life, whether it's 1 year or 6 years at TP. So we thank you again for that. And when it came time to vote, y'all came through for that too. So this is your book. You won't see it in your hands for a little while. It will be mailed out to the seniors with the rest of your loot from graduation. So without further ado, I'll share the cover first because I want you to see it. If I can find it, there we go. Okay, can y'all see it? I can't see you anymore. There's the cover. Mr. Poon, did I? Not if you can see it, because I'm coming back to so that you can see it. Yes, okay, good, thanks. Mr. Poon put this cover together for us, and it really shows, I think, a really neat perspective of Cluett. And then you'll see the back cover, and I'm just learning how to do this on my photos. Another cover, hold on. There it is, sorry. There's the back cover, Roll Pride. So Mr. Poon put that together for us in the midst of his very challenging spring. So we thank Mr. Poon for that. All right, and then I'm going to stop sharing for a minute and then go into our dedication. And again, very, very worthy individuals. And by vote of the senior class. This year's Trinitanis is dedicated to a very respected member of the Trinity-Pawling community, who this year has been an inspiration for all of us. Our whole community rallied around him as he battled health issues. As one student said, and I know I'm giving it away at the front, but Coach Ferraris, even while down, showed me how important it is to never lose sight on a goal. His dedication to the hockey team and to the school was amazing to see. And another, even though he was going through treatments, he remained involved with the team through video and Facebook. He was an inspiration to everyone this year too, not just the hockey team. Bob Ferraris arrived on the campus in the fall of 1992 as a postgraduate hockey player from Falmouth, Mass. Coach Foster remembers him as a stalwart player who helped the team immensely, and who is also a key member of the golf team. After coaching at the collegiate level for several years, he returned to campus in 2015 with his wife, Sarah. So I'm going to go back here to my pictures so you can see this picture. Now that we have it announced, who runs the school store, daughter Kalia and son Avery, class of 25. With his knowledge of the game of hockey, he brings an intensity and dedication to the game and the school he loves. The class of 2020 is pleased to dedicate the Trinitanis to Robert V. Ferraris, class of 93. We broke in, Bobby, to get a picture. All right. I know we had the capability of putting Coach Bob on to the screen if he chooses to come on and say a few words. If not, Bob, we understand. Okay. Oh, there he is. You're unmuted if you wanted to say anything.
It's hard, you know, to say some. It'd be much easier to, you know, be there in the auditorium or, you know, to speak and get something like this, and, you know, Trinity-Pawling has been such a great thing for me as a young man, and then as an adult with my family. And certainly I don't want to be the one of the people that's remembered for or having a dedication for for being sick, but you can tell that the school and what it means, and what it stands for, and for the young men that are lucky enough to attend it and graduate, it just really means a lot. And for this class, this graduating class, I think it means even more. I very much love and respect very many members of this graduating class, and that it's their yearbook. I'll finish up, but my hope, my pledge for those young men in the class of 2020 is, at Trinity-Pawling, we have really good alumni get-togethers, gatherings. My pledge is for you, because you're not able to spend the spring, because you're not able to have your senior spring on campus and graduate on campus, with stepping up, because you have to do it virtually, and it's still really special, and it's a great time for you guys, is to be like the best class coming back for alumni reunions, and have a blast, and get together and stay connected, because that's why you came to Trinity-Pawling, was to connect with different people from different parts of the world, so many different upbringings, and what you need to do is you need to keep that brotherhood strong, and continue with the boys who are returning and your graduates, to just make sure that you stay connected in a great way. Let's make sure that the class of 2020 returns really strong, and maybe you can bring back those yearbooks all together, and sign them together, and get together with the faculty and the families and the staff on campus that mean so much to you. So but thank you very much.
Well deserved. And if I could, I'm sorry, I didn't look at my notes. I have to thank Mrs. DeFonce, Henry Daniel, there wouldn't be a book without you. Logan, Mrs. McDougall for taking so many pictures, Mrs. Burlington for proofreading it for us. It is a team effort, and I'm really pleased. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm sorry that you're not here to be flowing out of the theater right now too. And then just one more thing, if I could, Mr. Taylor, is just to remind the guys who we would be passing out books to. You're going to be getting Amazon gift cards, so please buy a book with it, because one of my favorite days of the year was taken away when I couldn't go out and purchase books for you. So the prizes today that come normally with books, you'll get an Amazon gift card coming into your email in the next little bit. Okay, so again, thank you again, and back to Mr. Taylor.
Thank you, Mrs. Foster. And Coach Ferraris, congratulations. What a wonderful honor, and what a great choice from this class. Bobby, I remember when you interviewed at Trinity-Pawling, because I was in admissions that year, and you stood out in the interview. I mean, think about how many people I've passed through my office during admissions, but you stood out as an applicant. And then, as you well know, your dorm was a bit of a zoo, your postgraduate year, and it was a rough crew, but you stood out that year, and you stood out as a postgraduate, you stood out as alumnus, but boy, you stand out as a colleague, and I'm proud to work with you. So congratulations. We now turn to the point of the program where we thank the leaders of this, student leaders of this year, but we look to the student leadership of next year with the selection of the prefects. So I am going to ask Henry Daniel to lead us off in that transition.
Okay. So this prefect, or soon to be prefect, I spent a lot of mornings with him. He's a nice guy, you know, got to know him well this year. Very good with computers. I've kind of hold a little bit of grudge against him this year because he beat me in the stock market game for TP, but he's too nice. I'm gonna have to forgive him sometimes. So I would like to announce the 8th prefect for next year would be Nolan McClear.
Richie, we'll go to you.
All right. I have the privilege of announcing this guy. He's you guys will definitely know him. He's a defenseman. His number is number 5 on the hockey team. He's a little bit on the shorter side, but he's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His name is Michael Fritz.
Congratulations, Michael, and congratulations, Nolan. Steven, we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. I love this kid. He for sure knows how to hit the slopes in the winter. I'd like to congratulate Kevin Zong.
Congratulations, Kevin. So, Trevor, we'll turn it over to you.
Right. This kid is one of the most talented individuals that I've been around. Not only can he draw, but he also gets it done in the classroom. Absolute academic weapon. It's my privilege to announce Mr. Toby Berner.
Congratulations, Toby. Danny, what do you have to share with us?
So this person is quiet, kind, compassionate, and caring. He's a hard worker, as shown by his recent awards received today. And I know he's going to do a great job as a prefect next year. His initials start with TP, not Mr. Peary, Mr. Tommy Palin Lee.
Congratulations, Tommy. Lucas, back over to you.
Our next prefect would taste this coffee and say something like, "This coffee is exquisite, smooth, soft, bitter, with that grainy coffee taste. If I were dying of thirst, this coffee tastes like the bottom of a bird cage." Yes, our next prefect is none other than the super sleuth, the one and only food critic of the school, the Scully Bully, Jackson McAvoy.
Congratulations, Jackson. Okay, Ben, tell us who the junior prefect is.
All right, time for the junior prefect. There's not too much that needs to be said about this kid. I mean, I think there's some speculation that he may have been a prefect. He's a great student, he's a great athlete, and he's just kind and respectful. So if you want to do a little at-home drum roll. The junior prefect is Stu Phillips. Congrats, Stu.
Well done, well done. And last but not least, let's hear from Solomon about the head prefect.
This is it, the big moment. I'm pleased to announce. Oh, sorry, Mr. Taylor, my mail just came. I gotta go get my mail. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry. I'm going out to get the mail.
What a bad time to cut out.
Yeah. Talk about adding to the anticipation when you freeze. Everybody
Trevor,
be
you gotta help him
patient.
out.
Wow, how dramatic for it to freeze like that.
You coming back? Oh, Solomon.
There he
Okay.
is. Yeah, that was just a little extra drama for you. Froze on purpose. This is the letter that was in my mailbox. Let's see who it's to. It says, "Dear Peter Claro, congratulations. That's your next head prefect, Peter Claro."
Congratulations, Peter. So, to the new prefects, this is the prefect charge. The junior class symbolically steps up at this ceremony, although in reality it doesn't happen until after commencement tomorrow. More specifically, the responsibility for student leadership is passed to Peter Claro and his fellow prefects. We charge you to take pride in your school and to work with courage and integrity in all your endeavors. To the seniors, we thank you for your efforts and wish you the best of luck in the years ahead. To the juniors, welcome to the senior class and your new opportunities. Handle them responsibly and wisely. So, thank you all for a good year, a wonderful year. I want to thank the graduating prefects. You've been a great group of young men to work with, and you've made my year brighter and better, and you've made me a stronger leader by watching you. So I've learned from you. To the new prefects and to the rising seniors, I look forward to your leadership next year. You're filling big shoes in the class of 2020, but I know you will rise to that challenge. We've got a wonderful recognition of commencement scheduled for tomorrow. Look for the link that is on the class of 2020 celebration page. That link will go live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then seniors, we have a reception on Zoom. We've figured out a way for you all to move around, and you'll meet with faculty and staff. So look forward to seeing you in that format. But we really look forward to seeing you when we can be back on campus. And just so you know, I've said this before, but since you're here, I mean, that is my plan. That is our plan. We will be back at school in the fall. We're planning for that. Ultimately, that's out of our control. It's, you know, ultimately rests with the governor and the virus, but, you know, everybody is planning to be back, and we're working to ensure that we can be back safely. But we will be back on campus, and the campus is going to greet you with open arms. And that's for you returning students, and also now you soon to be graduates. So I wish you the best for a wonderful summer. Make good decisions, be healthy, respect the health challenges that we have. But look for those moments of joy that come with each day, because they are there. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you tomorrow for the commencement recognition. Well done.